Spotify list. Let me just talk about this real quick. Is it Blueface? No, no. Spotify
We in
leaders
this bitch. What up,
news.
though?
Like,
Day 3.
okay.
If you're new here, make sure you tap
Where can
tap the
we,
subscribe button. Say what up, though, in the chat. Say what's
okay.
up, man.
So
We're real,
Spotify
real
comes
niggas
out two
now.
weeks ago and they said, hey, listen, hip hop is in a lull. They kind of agree with some stuff I've said about it. But they said that one of the reasons hip hop is in a lull is that we don't have the leaders of the new generation of hip hop on the forefront. So who's going to lead this new generation of hip hop? They wanted to do a vote. These are the people, and let me actually read what they said. It said hip hop thrives on constant reinvention with bold faces, or bold voice actually, and fearless experimentation continually pushes genre boundaries. Every era brings new leaders, and Spotify is now asking fans worldwide to choose who will guide the next chapter. Hip hop fan base.
First thing they fucked up, y'all asking this. You don't really have to ask who's running the culture. They show you by the culture accepting them and like, you know what I'm saying. You know when somebody got that shit on them. You know what I'm saying. It's not something that you can fucking make a poll for. This shit's crazy as hell. Let's see what they saying.
Always been the ultimate tastemaker, championing artists like Jay-Z, Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole from status or star status to legends. Earlier this week, Billboard declared hip hop needed new leaders. Billboard's declaring hip hop needed new leaders appeared on city streets and across Spotify social channels, sparking a conversation about who's next. It's a continuation of a discussion we first hinted at in 2021 when our Mount Rushmore moment happened, which asked who should join iconic artists who define the genre in 2010s. The leader of the New Generation campaign takes that conversation from speculation into actions, inviting listeners to vote for the artists they feel will define hip hop this decade. To kick off the vote, Spotify's hip hop editorial and artist partnership team has selected 8 groundbreaking artists poised to lead the next generation and one revealed each one on billboards in their own hometown. Okay. So I guess they picked 8 artists. Let's see these artists. Doechii, Baby King, Central C, Glorilla, Big X the Plug, Lil Tecca, Rod Wave, Sexy Red. This is how you can vote. Are you stuck in between voting for these people? Yo, Spotify. I don't even mean to like shit on y'all campaign, but throw the whole list away, bro. Yo, let me tell you, it's okay to just say, right now, we're in a leadership space for hip hop. Right now, we're in a wait and see space for hip hop. It's like the crown and the throne of New York City. They love saying New York City has a king. New York City has no king right now. And it's okay. There's a lot of people who are, eligible candidates for it, but until someone snatches the throne, we're not just giving out the throne to somebody just to give it out. Right now in hip hop, we don't have leaders. With all due respect, I could go through all of them. Doechii ain't no motherfucking leader in no goddamn hip hop. And when I'm saying that respectfully, it's too early on in their career, and I get it. The point is to be early. It's too early in her career, and also she's not diverse enough where remember, here's one of the criteria, and I don't know what their criteria is. The criteria for me though, if the impact of your music and the impact of you as an artist within hip hop doesn't bleed outside your niche fan base and doesn't affect the entire hip hop, to me, you ain't a leader, my nigga. If what you're doing, you don't force everybody to acknowledge, you're not a leader. You just have a way.
I
So,
heard
for
Big
example,
X the
Doechii, I'm gonna
Plug,
be honest with
Rod
you.
Wave,
I think say the
Baby
people who watch
King.
me, they can't name 2 Doechii
What the
songs. How
fuck?
the fuck could she be? She be a leader.
Big X the Plug, Doechii, Baby King. Are y'all fucking serious? This where we at with music? This is really what y'all think? Y'all think Doechii, Baby King, Central C, these are the tastemakers of we in fucking bad shape. we kind of fucked up. If this is the bar, you know what I'm saying? Because this is like a lot of mid on top of mid on top of mid on top of mid. It's fucking crazy.
Leader. They know the anxiety song and they don't know no other song by this chick. That's a fact. Let's be honest. So again, I think Doherty has a wave as an artist, but she has to be something more prolific that crosses over to the general audience. She's not there. I get it. She's a younger artist. She's up and coming. She's not there. And this is what I'm saying about Spotify trying to do this now. Maybe I just got budget to waste, but let's not pick leaders, but weak ass leaders. She's not there yet. She ain't showed the it factor yet. Not in my opinion. Baby Keem. Baby Keem is a dope, talented person. I think he has an upside. When people wanted me to say his last album was a casino flop, I don't think it flopped. I think he's still going up. But Baby Keem has shown nothing other than, yes, maybe he has the artistic ability to be one of the leaders, but he has shown nothing that would equal leadership qualities. To be a leader, you can't just fucking be. If you're a leader and you could just disappear from the culture and nobody gives a fuck, you're not leading.
You ain't leading shit. Preach.
If you could pull a LeBron James
right now
during the finals versus the Dallas Mavericks and it is whoop-de-doo, it's okay, you're not a leader.
There you go.
You're just a nigga with a wave. A leader, and this is where Spotify is fucking up for me. The leaders is going to mold what the culture is going to become. A leader is going to give a path for other people to emulate. I'm going to actually quote one of the a great Jamaican artist. He actually is known as the king of the dancehall, Beanie Man. If it's not copied, it's not that good. And by the way, matter of fact, that's also was repeated by Quincy Jones. If it's not heavily imitated, it's not that good. If we talk about the current leaders right now, Playboi Carti's the current leader. I just sat through the song wars. Everybody trying to sound like Carti. Opium sound is like prolific. That opium like yeet sound is prolific. It's the sound of the youth. It's the sound of the youth. That's a leader. Now here's the thing. Carti doesn't fit the mold of what we have known leaders to be. And I did say my problem with the idea of leaders is that leaders of hip hop came through and are here, but the media and the gatekeepers who were around at the time rejected them, and now they're just having to deal with them in different ways because they're still here. So in 2016, 20 to 2018, you get Carti that came through. He's a leader for now. He is a leader of the new school. Half of the new artists sounds like Carti's children.
That's crazy.
NBA YoungBoy is a leader. We could probably find like about 5 leaders. Now here's the problem with the leader ideology. The leaders from 2010, when we're thinking about Drake, we're thinking about A$AP Rocky, we're thinking about Kendrick Lamar, we're thinking about Meek Mill. There was always like this lyrical element where like the foundational older hip hop folks could be like, nah, we respect it. Yeah, Drake's singing a little bit, but we respect the rapping part. Well, hip hop has changed a lot. That's what these billboards should be about. The new leaders of hip hop, the majority of them aren't the guys who will give you like 120 bars, just a freestyle. Not really. They're gonna they're making what they do, which hip hop is so big now. They're making what they do, which used to be niche shit, they're making it mainstream shit.
What's up, Chad? If y'all new here, make sure y'all hit that subscribe
Carti's
button,
making
man.
music mainstream.
I see y'all in this bitch. What's
Travis,
good with y'all, man? Tap in. Where y'all from? What y'all doing? What y'all
They're
on?
making it mainstream.
Thanks for tuning in. Shit, real talk.
That's why I think it's so hard for people to try to figure out what the new leaders are gonna be. Because
Thank you for tuning
respectfully,
in. Hell yeah, we got
Baby
21
Keem
people
is
in this
not a
bitch
new
right now.
leader.
We lit, nigga.
Like, I don't think his effect on
What y'all think about
hip-hop
this like topic though? Like, who do
has
y'all
been
feel like
that
is the new
prolific,
leaders
has been
of
that universal,
2026
and
when it comes to
outside of
music
when
and
he's
shit?
standing
Like,
next
you
to
know
his
what I'm saying?
cousin, I just don't see the dominance or the potential for dominance that we would want to see from someone that we're like, that's the guy who's going to lead. Does he have potential to be it? Of course. But this is why I'm saying, if we're looking for new leaders, we might as well just use this time to acknowledge the Cardis and Young Boys, because they weren't, people dismissed them early on, and they're leading now. They're leading now. So let's just acknowledge them, because the gatekeepers try to keep them out of the shit, and they're leading now. But if we're looking at new leaders, which means in the next, 10 years, I don't know if Doechie's going to be a leader. For me, I don't think she's done enough right now.
Nah, she about to fall the fuck off right now.
Baby Keem, I don't know. And I want to also, as I'm going down this list, because after Central C is Glorilla, I want to tell you how fluid these lists are, and this is why we got to be careful. And this is a conversation I would also want to have with whether it's Carl Cherry or whoever from Spotify about these lists, is that I remember thinking about this a couple years ago, and I had a list, and I said, this is the list that's going to be around. These are going to be the new leaders. And with the exception of maybe Central C was on my list then, the other people aren't on the list anymore. I thought Jack Harlow was going to be on the list. What happened to him?
That nigga fell off.
Did he fall off, or what happened?
Yeah.
His situations have just changed. Remember when we were all on the Jack Harlow bandwagon? He's rapping with Drake. Oh, he's checking every box. Yeah, he's white, but he kind of comes off like a black guy. Yeah, yo, he could make pop songs.
Jack Harlow was just a repackaged Mac Miller. Not as good neither. My opinion.
Right? And he could really rap when he needs to rap. We're like, he checked every box. He's gonna be the leader. I don't know what the fuck happened with him. He just fell off. Just went somewhere. He already dropped like an R&B album or some dumb shit.
Academic crazy.
You know? Chance the Rapper. Remember when we said he was going to be the next leader? We don't know what happened there either. So again, I'm trying to see people get to a place. And by the way, I think if you had said Chance most likely was going to be one of the new leaders, I get
Chance gassed the fuck out. The creative inspiration wasn't there. And he just didn't fucking have enough to fucking keep it going. Like, you know what I'm saying? He used all them fucking horns and trumpets and shit, gospel songs. You gotta be an innovator, man. You gotta be gangster with this shit. Yeah, Cardi's a fucking leader because he's gangster, bro. He's willing to try new things. Young Boy don't give a fuck neither. Them niggas, you know what I'm saying? They gonna give it to you raw, how they is, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's very few leaders because there's very few people that want to take risks. Everybody fucking want to play that shit safe. And when you play it safe, you fucking lose. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you may fucking have a hit, but are you going to face the test of time? You know what I'm saying?
Get that, because Chance was at the point with, what's the name of that album that he dropped?
That album was trash.
He
last one.
had everybody, like...
That was a mixtape he
There's
dropped.
people thinking he was going to go on a Drake-like run. And, like, I'm not going to lie, that's one of the biggest fumbles ever. With all due respect to him. But Doechii Baby Keem? No. Central C, now here's the interesting part. And I love Central. Y'all know I love Central. But Central's done a few things that I think is dope. Big hit song, Doja Got You. He dropped his project. It definitely had the crossover effect. However, we haven't seen his full dominance. Yes, he had the song with Lil Baby. Yes, he had the song with Ice Spice. But we're kind of looking for him to hit that second gear. Like, the first gear is the crossover because he's not an American-based artist. We're looking for that second gear. And I don't want to just say, oh, no, he's the leader or he's going to be like one of the faces of the new school. Because I'm thinking 10 years. Remember, this is not a freshman list.
If you're new here, make sure you fucking follow, bro.
If